Hi, everybody. My name is Heather Austin, and this is my channel, TT's Trinkets and Treasures. If it's your first time here, welcome. I hope that you enjoy this video enough to hit the subscribe button, change the bell notification to all so that you never miss a video of mine in the future. If it's not your first time here, thanks for your continued success. Okay, guys, I know I got the smoky eye going because we're going to see Bernie's band play tonight, and a binder clip in my hair because it was a little out of control for a video. But we're in luck because the next few days are going to be quick, simple tutorials. They're no muss, no fuss. We're getting it done and moving on because men's jewelry doesn't have to be difficult. That's the whole thing. And a lot of the guys in our life either don't wear jewelry, maybe because they don't know if they like it or not, or they like to keep things very, very simple. So those are the guys that I am creating for at this moment in time. So let's go down to the mat and see what it is that we will be working with tonight. We are going to start with some 1.5 millimeter black natural leather from Leather Cord USA. Only place I buy my leather from. Also, guys, I always, let me try this light just a little bit. Oh, that's as bright as it goes. Sorry. I always get the natural and or matte leather. Reason being that the slicker, shiny coating that they put on leather, knots don't take to it well. They slide out easier, especially if you're a new knotter. Just try to set yourself up for an easy one until you get the hang of it and use matte and or natural leather. Sorry for that little ding every few seconds. That is the best possible little group chat. I need an audiobook because it goes so fast. So if you hear that, it's because they're messaging back and forth and I can't figure out how to turn off the notification. So tonight, let's get back to it. Like I said, easy peasy, you guys. So simple, it's not even funny. So we are going to start with 12, or that would be 24, about 30 inches of leather. It may be too much. We'll know by the end of the thing. I know people don't like waste, but here's the thing, guys. For us content creators, if we figure out the length beforehand, that's a bunch of leather. If we cut too little, that's leather that's wasted and we have to get more. So if I cut too much in the beginning and I cut off the ends, believe you me that if there is even 3 inches left, it will get used for a pair of leather and pearl earrings. So I have a few projects that I do that take care of any leather scraps. So we're going to start here. Now, when I say we're going simple, we are going simple, guys. You see this little leaf charm, antique copper. That's all we're going to use, guys. I will give you a little bit of a way that you can spice it up if you want to add anything else, but we're first going to start. Oh, I shouldn't have put this on yet. Didn't need to come off either, but it's okay. So we're going to find the center point of our leather. We're going to go off to one side and we're going to tie a barrel knot. I like the double wrap barrel knot. If you like the traditional one that has 3 lines, you can do 4 lines. You can actually do as many lines as you would like to do. It just gets harder and complicated the longer you made it. Believe me, at one point in time, I thought it would be fun to make Kelly from Kelly's Bead Boutique, Kelly Sutton, a little barrel knot queen thing using all leather and knotting. And oh my goodness, it was a mess. Anyways, so I am using a tube bead. I prefer flat over round. It's easier for me to manage and control. I also like to use the smallest one that I can. That way my knot doesn't start out overly loose. So this is a 2mm tube bead, and this is 1.5mm leather. So we're just going to take the leather, we're going to pull it under the tube, we're going to go all the way around once, and then again twice, going towards my left hand. You're then going to take the piece of leather in through the barrel knot, the tube. As soon as you see it come out, go ahead and pull that so that you don't have to pull the leather twice. Now, I want you to see how I'm holding this knot. You're going to want to hold that in place as you slowly tighten, and you do not want to use your fingernails to do so. Now, you want it to be tight, but not so tight that you don't get the knot. This is the traditional side of the knot that most people put forward, especially in a 3-wrap. I happen to like the back because it gives it that little cross look, and I like the look of that. But it's completely up to you how you do it. Then all we're going to do, because I forget which one we already did a knot on, this one, we're going to go ahead and we're going to feed the leaf down to where that knot is, just like that. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to do another barrel knot right next to it. So I'm going to go up under towards me, around once, around twice, going towards my left hand. I'm then going to grab the leather and I'm going to put it through the tube. As soon as that, do you see how I'm holding my knot? I'm doing that on purpose so that I don't lose it. As soon as I see the leather come out, I pull the tube out and off. That way I don't have to pull the leather all the way through and then have to pull the tube all the way through. It's just faster. Then I'm going to pull the leather tight while also making sure that I'm getting it next to the pendant, the way that, just like that. Okay. This is it, guys. All we would do from here to finish this off would be to take the two ends of the leather, put the two silicone knot tube beads, which again, oh no, they're not. Woohoo, they're not behind my laptop. Remember I had to pull it down before? You would simply put two of the black silicone O beads, or clear, or if you came across other colors. I have 2 shades of blue, 2 shades of pink, clear, and black. Those are what came in this like set that I got off of Amazon. I want to find some brown ones just because I think it would look good on brown leather, although the black and or the clear look fine. So all you would do to finish this just like this with nothing else, you're going to put the silicone beads on, both of them on one side. You're then going to take your plier like this, and I open one at a time. I open it up. I put the other side of the leather through the silicone O beads. I do so with the second knot. The reason I'm not doing it is because I don't like to stretch these more than once. If I avoid that with everything in me, because if they have too much stress, they can become weak and even break. So to say, I'm the same way with jump rings. I do not like to open and close jump rings more than you want, because even if you're going in the twist way instead of this way, yes, that's safer, but eventually going back and forth is going to weaken the leather, even if you're doing it correctly. So I said that I would show you how to dress this up just a little bit if that's what you want. And here's the way that you would do it. We're going to take some matte black agate large hole beads. Love this brand, guys. On Amazon, 80 beads. They have a bunch of large hole beads that I have never gotten anything that I didn't love from them. And they have a whole host of different gemstone beads that are not expensive. Because, sometimes large hole beads can get a little spendy and nobody's got time or money for that. So this is the only thing that you need to decide. If you want to stick with the black and just put black beads on, if you want to take these antique copper spacers and just use these on the leather, which they do fit, but now they're not going on for some reason. So I'm going to cut it at an angle so that it will go through, because I've used these on this leather before. There we go. See? Or you can just slide that down, this little knobby thing. And you guys know what? Like I said, you can put a bead, but these are 8mm. And I don't know. I kind of think they're a little bit too big. I think if they were 6mm large hole beads, it would be better. You could also use wooden beads here. But given that I have these dotted bumpy spacers in the copper and we're trying to keep it simple, I'm probably just going to go ahead and do a couple of these with the knot in between, just like we've been doing. So you just grab your barrel knot tube, come under and around towards yourself once, twice towards the left, or 3 times if you want 3 times. Pull that out, hold on to your knot, shimmy it up next to that dotted spacer. If you want the X forward like I like, which this is the back, so. And there you go. You have another knot. Let's go ahead and put one on the other side. I'm bound and determined to finish this in under 15 minutes, guys. But not so much that I'm not going to show you the proper way to do the technique. I just got to grab hold of that and pull it down into place. There we go. Grab the tube, go around once, twice towards the left, go in through the back of the tube, pull it down, move it up into place where you want it, slowly and carefully. It doesn't need to be like right up. It can be, have a little bit of breathing room and it'll be just fine. I think I'm going to go for one more on both sides, which will probably take me over 15 minutes. And for that, I apologize, but it won't be much more than 15 minutes. That hole just does not like me. And I don't want to force it because it's just going to weaken my leather. And like this one went right on. So sometimes you got to try a couple. You could also use an awl or one of those sanders to open up the hole a little bit more. So we're just going to keep going. I don't know if you guys want me to take things and like tell you over and over again how to do a simple process, please let me know, because I don't want you guys to ever think that like I'm explaining like a technique to death, because I think that you guys aren't catching on. And also I feel like even if you're having a little bit of a hard time with a certain process or technique, you can rewind and go back. But if you would prefer that I spend a little bit more time and explain a process and or technique to you, like every time I do it, then I just need to know that for future reference. Because I just don't want you guys to ever think that, like, I think you're dumb or something, because you're not. You're all very talented people who are just trying to learn a new technique and have a good day. I like that. I'm glad I didn't put the agate on it. I don't know that would have been okay with me. Okay, now I'm going to show you the silicone rings all the way through, start to finish. We are going to go ahead and put 2 of them on one side of the leather. We're then going to grab our, not those ones. Those ones are not the needle nose. Those are the flat nose. Here we go. We're then going to grab our pliers. We're going to insert them through the center of the bead. We're going to open it up just enough because we do not want to overstress it. But I have opened this to go up over like 2 and 3 millimeter leather, and it does fine. I would rather err on the side of caution and have a more secure end product if I can do that. Okay, so we're just going to slide that on. There we go. We're going to pull them together. All right. Now we want to make sure, wow, I did pretty good. I have that dead center on this leather. Let's see how long the leather is. And then I will, so this is a 24-inch necklace as it stands right now. I don't think we need it to be that long. So I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to pull it in till it's at about, well, I think this will be 22 inches. No, it'll be 20. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put a spacer on the back like that. And I'm going to go ahead and do a double wrap barrel knot again. And I'm going to let that bead sit up against it for some added decoration, that little extra something that maybe not all people would take the time to do. Had it been a little bit longer, I probably would have put a knot on top of it as well, but I didn't want to do that in this case because I don't want it too short. They have to be able to open it enough to get it over their head because there's not a clasp. See, that one didn't want to go on. So I'm not going to force it. The ends of my leather are also getting like worn from doing that. So we are just going to do a double barrel knot. I will pull this one down so it's about the same as the other one. I would just give myself a little bit of help. Okay, so now we have it down here. Okay. And then I'm going to trim these off. I'm not going to do them at an angle. I'm just going to leave about 1/4 of an inch on. And then, oh, there it is. I was like, wait, where is it? I like to use my thread burner, guys. And I take it and I just tap, tap, tap. And tan the ends so that you don't see the white showing through. Now, we are trying to tan it, not burn it. So we just want to do the very like nice, easy taps on it. And then you have a necklace that, you know, it took me 20 minutes, but I was talking about a lot of other stuff outside of this. And this is totally something that you guys could do. Like I said, I am going to glue all of my knots. These ones down here don't really need to be done. I would do the end knot here and there and then these knots back here. Just a little bit of glue. You don't need to like go overboard. But there you go. Your guy's a simple guy, not sure he wants to like be all flashy. I think this is a great starting piece of jewelry to give to the man in your life and it be something that he wears. So I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Like I said, if you aren't already, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, change the notification bells to all, and maybe leave me a like, a little comment. I like to read your guys' comments. It gives me an idea of what you're going to look for in the future. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you next time. As always, guys, happy beading.